Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about a new app that's been announced for 2024, and that is going to be Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is an immersive collecting app. Now, funnily enough, this isn't going to strictly be a new direct copy of Pokemon TCG Live and the TCG to that extent. It's actually going to be made up of new cards. There is some cards returning, as seen in the video, which I won't play for copyright reasons, but you can go and watch it on YouTube if you really want to. But basically, this looks to be a new way to play the Pokemon TCG. And they said in the video, basically in summary, that it will be a more watered down basic version of the rules, and there'll be different cards, and which is sampled by the fact that we've got some cards here to have a look at. And as well as this, there will also be several packs that you get to open for free every day, basically, and you can trade with other players. So I can't help but feel like this has been made in the response to stuff like Duel Links, which is apparently very similar to this. And I also feel like they maybe heard some of the feedback from TCG Live and the fact that you can't trade, it's all a credit system. And for some people, trading is a massive part of this game. And I can understand why some people were miffed that it was removed from the TCG Online client, essentially, from the transition from TCGO to TCG Live. I personally think it was a necessary loss, to be honest. I think trading was horribly managed on TCG Online. It was just a scam fest, basically. Who could outsmart and outscam other players? There was very rarely a fair trade going on there. So that's just my 2 cents, though. And, if you wanted trading to remain, then this will be a way to keep trading in the game, I guess. Now, what is the most interesting aspect about this is that the cards are designed to be immersive in the game. So they're not necessarily designing cards to be I guess balanced or well, not necessarily just balanced, but for paper is kind of what they were getting at. So it's extremely unlikely, unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but basically it's very unlikely that we will actually see any of these cards in the TCG, in real life as cardboard, which I think is a bit of a shame because I think there's a lot of potential in a simplified version of Pokemon TCG where, you just build a deck that's just a bunch of trading cards pushed together. I think there's something very appealing about that. And also, if you look at these cards, the weakness, we can definitely tell this is a weakness sort of thing. Plus 20 damage. It's not times 2 anymore, so it's not as crazy. 140 HP on EX Pokemon, so it's definitely a lot more watered down. This is kind of like early base set. Not quite base set, but that kind of era of card design, which I really like. So I think it's a bit of a shame, to be honest, that we won't get these in the TCG. I'm not saying they should drop V stars, drop EX, and then shrink down to 140, but it's a shame that we can't get this sort of card design in the TCG right now. This sort of a product maybe with just these sorts of decks in and these cards. But got a Lapras here, which isn't an EX Pokemon, but does have 100 HP and looks to have a pretty cool attack. And then we have, a card like this Meowth. I mean, this looks amazing, fantastic artwork, but sadly, again, probably won't see this in the TCG, which I think is a big shame. And I do hope at least some of the artworks get utilized in a TCG because I think it's just a bit of a shame, to be honest. It's a bit of a waste. But yeah, this looks to be a new app that you'll be able to trade packs with and stuff. I'm guessing this will have microtransactions involved, if I had to take a guess, because I think they've probably realized at this point that they could have made an awful lot more money if they'd added monetization to Pokemon Online. But basically, I think this will be, it'll be an interesting experiment, I think. And I'll be curious to see just how many people get involved in this or if it ends up being a bit of a flop, because I can see some people being really annoyed at this, actually. Think about the amount of people who've had a terrible experience with TCG Live. I'm still unable to get in most days of the week. It's only on certain days that I can actually get into TCG Live. There's just so many bugs and issues with that client. I would much rather they focused all their efforts into improving that and, not release other apps, which are essentially just inferior versions. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But again, at the same time, it's different companies, it's different groups of people. It's so big at this point, Pokemon. that, different groups of people can be in charge of different things, but it just feels a bit weak to release something like this when TCG Live is in the state that it's in. It just feels a bit bad, but I do like the look of the cards. I think it will be a very fun way to play the game, but it's just a shame it's not in real life because, again, limiting it to phones, like not even just PC, it is literally just phones for this. That sucks. It's a bit of a shame. You're saying you have to be at a point in life where you're just sitting around on the couch or at a bus stop or something to play this, and it's like I'd rather do this IRL. I'd rather have these cards in real life, trading with friends and going down to the local game store to play it and stuff. So yeah, very mixed feelings on this. The more I think about it, the more I don't like it, funnily enough, but I do like the aspect of, being able to be more immersive with some of these cards. But yeah, bit of a negative video today, but let me know what you think about this down below. I think this would be really cool. Will you be playing this yourself? And yeah, thank you for watching.